Wagwan sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Jomar.
I'm Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yes, people. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. I don't know the analytics there right now, bro, but I think still 68% of people who are watching this so don't subscribe. So we need you guys to subscribe. We're going to talk about the Premier League today, bro.
Yes, sir.
You see me? And it's not a hit on the channel yet, but I feel like it will eventually take off. So we'll keep consistent with it. What do you say?
Anything we touch our goal, you know?
There we go.
No,
so,
lie.
what we are going with it today, bro?
Alright, so we're just going to talk about the first week, you know. Premier League is back and it's so exciting. I'm so happy it's back.
First week was a
Bro,
great
this week is going to be, this season is going to be the best season of football in history. Think about it. We have the Premier League. We have the La Liga, we have the league, all of the leagues then. And in the winter, it's going to break. And we're going to get the freaking World Cup.
It's awesome, bro. In the middle of the season.
And then it's going to come back. And we're going to get the back end of a Premier League season with stars like Haaland and Nunes and Gabriel and...
After a great World Cup.
After a great World Cup.
No, I
after
think,
a World Cup that Messi will win.
I think Pep said it now, Medzo. I think Pep said it. But this is almost like 2 seasons, bro. We can enjoy the first one, then we'll go to the World Cup, and then we'll enjoy the second one. You know, so this will be a great football year, you know, for football fans. So we'll be covering it all. People, so stay tuned to that. But let's talk about the Premier League. This is our Premier League show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the first game of the week was Arsenal versus, Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. So Arsenal away to Crystal Palace. As an Arsenal fan, I must say I really enjoyed this game. It was refreshing, bro. Going into the game prepared.
Bro, to be honest, it was a good game.
Not the best game.
Yeah. We were inconsistent throughout the game as Arsenal tends to be. I want to see us playing more consistently over 90 minutes for the rest of the season. If we can play to the best of our ability over 90 minutes for the rest of the season, we will be pushing close to the top 2 guys. I'm saying that definitively.
Bro, you know what? You see, Arsenal, one thing Arsenal does great is to start games well. We start with a great intensity whenever we start games. But you see, if we can have that first 20 minutes, if we can extend that to 60, 70 minutes in a game, we'll be winning most games comfortably, bro, 2 or 3 goals. But you find that after the first 20 minutes, I don't know if the players get tired or it's just a tactical change where him say, all right, press for the first 20 and then sit off.
It's not even only the press, because the press is one thing, but we passes start the wayward, like we start make more mistakes, we're not as focused, you know, we're not as intentful going forward. You know, so that drops off and then we pick it up again for 10 minutes and it drops off again. So Arteta needs to find a way to get his men engaged. But we came up with 3 points and a clean sheet.
This is one thing I'm worried about with a young Arsenal team. Very young team. So we might find that they have inconsistent spells. You know, and it's not even in games. It's over the season. You might find that they win 2 games here against teams that's supposed to be hard games. Like last year we beat Chelsea or Tottenham, and then we lose to Palace, so we come back from international break. And it's like if you beat Tottenham, why you lose to Brighton, or why you know? So inconsistency is a thing that Arsenal will be concerned with this season. I hope that is not to the extent of last year, but I can see it happening. Better team though.
And then we talk about outstanding performances from Ramsdale and Saliba.
Saliba was the man of the match, man, and boy, the way to go right now, bro. I think Saliba is my centre back. You know, I think Saliba and Gabriel is the 2 centre backs for Arsenal. Ben White, obviously right now Tomiyasu out is our best right back. But right now, Ben White have a headache whenever Tomiyasu fit. Even though I think Tomiyasu probably come win back in the game, and then Ben White have to win back in the game with Saliba. But that's for me personally.
And then real quick we talk about the debutants. Gabriel Jesus never managed to get a goal or assist, but
still a good game.
He played well. You know, he was moving so well. He was creating, like sometimes it's almost like a false 9 situation where he was you know, making skillful runs and skillful dribbles and making things happen. And we talk about the left back, Zinchenko, who had an amazing game, who was going forward.
Got an assist.
He looked very good.
Got an assist. I really like what I saw from those 2 players. I'm excited for Arsenal, bro. I must say one thing, as an Arsenal fan though, even though we're trying to do this as a Premier League show, not necessarily an Arsenal show, but as an Arsenal fan, I think we get 1 or 2 or 3 more signings, and Arsenal should be. As
I said, bro, this is a 3-year program. Mark Morris, Arsenal will be competing for the Premier League.
If we can go right now and get a class, 2 world class midfielder, bro, that changes our team. If we get an upgrade on Xhaka, that changes our team. if we get another deadly winger / forward, that changes Arsenal's team. And then right now we're talking about.
But then again, Martinelli is so young, Emile Smith-Rowe is so young.
But if you get
wouldn't we want to continue to have them grow? Martinelli can become a class player in 2 or 3 years.
I think we can have both, bro.
And I think that's what they're aiming to do.
I think we can have both.
I think they're thrusting Martinelli and Emile Smith-Rowe into the spotlight, telling them that is their role. They have to grow in it.
I agree, but the team also...
Because they did that with Saka. They didn't replace Saka.
The team need to be deep enough. When they look at a Phil Foden at a Man City, a player that still managed to progress well in the likes of Sterling and Sané's shadow. You know, I feel like if we had a Serge Gnabry right now, or we had a Leroy Sané, or one of those really good in their prime wingers, and Martinelli is competing for that spot. Yeah. To the point where there will be games where they're not starting, because that's what happened for City. There are games when Foden displays Sterling, and Sterling is the one in his prime. So the competition will be great for the squad, and it will be deep enough. If you want to win the Premier League, bro, that comes first. And then I guess development would be the second thing for those players.
Yeah, well, as I said,
I feel that's where Arsenal is.
Winning the Premier League is not necessarily an option right now. So I think what they're doing is they're saying, Martinelli, Smith-Rowe, that's your wing. Grow. Become a Saka.
I hear you.
But as it relates to Essential, I agree 100%. But for Arsenal, it's a Premier League show, right?
A good way to start the league, though.
People, we will be, I'm sorry, our Premier League shows will be Arsenal-centric. We just can't help it. And then the next morning, after me being an Arsenal fan, good way to go to bed, feel nice, feel relaxed. We get 3 points off the chat. Liverpool versus Fulham. Obviously, Liverpool should win this game 4-0 and get their Premier
away
League
to Fulham, bro, is a hard place to go.
Or Craven Cottage.
It's a hard place to go, especially being newly promoted. The fans are up for it. The players are up for it. This is will be one of the fans' favorite game of the season. Liverpool coming there, Arsenal coming there, Man U coming there, City coming there, Chelsea coming there. That will be the games that they look for. They mark on their calendar. Yeah. So I can imagine that ground was bouncing and Liverpool found it hard, bro. Slow start, and they were so inconsistent in that game.
Yeah, and coming off of an impressive community shield. Sorry,
I was expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting way more from Liverpool. Van Dijk was not great. Did they underestimate this Fulham team?
I think they did, and also a little bit of underestimation. But I also think that Fulham shocked them, bro. Like, I wasn't expecting what I saw from Fulham, and it's not even a case where I underestimated Fulham. I just knew what Fulham is supposed to be in the Premier League. And Fulham draw with City, don't expect Fulham to draw with any more of the big six. Like, I'm still not expecting it.
Well, as I said, Fulham not only gained promotion, Fulham absolutely annihilated the championship. Fulham is here in attempts to stay, bro.
Yeah.
Prove that.
One thing I must say about this game, though, bro, and this might sound like a little bit of hating from the Liverpool fans' perspective, but I'm not convinced about Darwin Núñez, bro. I'm not convinced.
Goal and assist,
and I'm still not convinced. I feel like what Liverpool should hope for is that he's a fox in the box, somebody that just knows. That Thomas Muller, that is not. When you look at Thomas Muller, he doesn't look like a great footballer. Just by the way he moves upward, but that guy's going to score goals and get assists. When I look at Darwin Núñez touches, when I look at his movement, it just don't look great to me. Obviously, you have to be good enough to make it to that level, and that's no accident. But when I look at El Gaffer, he's not in the likes of Erling Haaland. He's not no Harry Kane. He's not. I don't even think he's no Gabriel Jesus, bro. When I look at his movement and his touches. But let Liverpool fans, let's hope he's a fox in the box.
Goal and assist.
Personally, I'm just not convinced.
And we talk about Mitrovic coming off of almost 50 goals in his previous division. Why weren't people giving him more credit, including us, not expecting as much from him in our preview video?
Bro, I have really team, we don't want to get carried away. Yes, 2 goals against Liverpool, first game of the season. We see this already. We see this with Mikel Antonio. We see this with Timmy Opuki. We see it where players that are not expecting to have 20 goals just start hot for the first 4 games.
But none of those players, especially Pukki, who played in the championship, didn't have a championship that this guy had. Even Ivan Toney, who was the championship record holding goal scorer, his record was absolutely annihilated by Mitrovic. So I think we should put some respect on Mitrovic. And I think Mitrovic should have a good season.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my prediction of say 10 to 15 goals for Mitrovic. I like that prediction. Right now I'm sitting even more confident, 8 more goals and it's spot on. But yeah, I'm expecting a good season. I said in the preview for the Premier League, bro, I expect Fulham to survive the drop. I don't expect Fulham to be relegated, but let's move on.
Bournemouth and Villa. Shock of the weekend for me. Shock of the weekend. We won't be spending too much time on all of these games, but this is a game where I think we have to park on. What is going on at Villa Park?
Bro, Stevie G.
The game wasn't at Villa Park.
No, it wasn't.
What is going on with Aston Villa?
Bro, I feel like Steven Gerrard must be scratching his head right now. Because that team is so good.
Yeah.
Aston Villa is such a good team.
Digne and Coutinho and Ollie Watkins and
Ings and Bailey and Wendy
and
it's so good, bro.
Yeah.
It's like filled with talent. But it just didn't translate on that day.
They were just not good.
Yeah.
Losing to a promoted team. What is going on
again,
with these promoted teams?
Going away to a newly promoted team on the first for the first game of the season, bro, it's not easy. When you're in the Premier League, you feel like you belong, you feel like this is your league now. And this team coming up, we're going to go there and just put in a professional performance, get a 1 or 2 nil. But no, going away to this promoted Bournemouth, bro, they were shocked. Liam Bailey played 90 games. Rafa mentioned
as you said, we're going to have our keeping up with the Premier League. That's why I didn't mention Bobby Reid in the last one.
Alright, let's do them. But yeah, Aston Villa was shocked. I feel like they were slow. Coutinho started on the wing, it just wasn't great.
Yeah.
You have to have Coutinho in the middle of your field if you want anything, or just give him a free roll even if he's on the wing.
Yeah.
Liam Bailey started up like closer to Ings, then he ended up on the wing. It just looked all over the place for me.
And controversy with Mings.
Yeah.
Being stripped of his
captaincy and his starting spot.
Steven Gerrard told him to work back for it, and I do think he may get back there.
I like wings, bro. I like Mings. I like wings.
I was like, what is he talking about? But I think Mings.
I do like wings.
I think Mings will retain his spot in the starting.
Yeah.
But he has to show Gerrard that he wants to be there.
Yeah.
You know, but the next promoted team who actually performed the way a promoted team should perform, or was it just Newcastle doing what Newcastle is supposed to do this season?
And this goes to my theory. Going away to a newly promoted team might give you a shock, but this was not away. The newly promoted team was going to a Premier League mainstay, Newcastle, and
St. James's Park.
Yeah, they got their welcome.
Park.
They got their welcome. Nottingham Forest, a big English team, English club, new to the Premier League right now. Yeah, we haven't seen them in the league for a while.
Nottingham Forest, they will be relegated. They played very well in the Championship, managing to secure a playoff spot, managing to win the playoffs, managing to get promoted.
But
I don't think they're going to stay up.
The level is too high for them right now, I think.
So,
and they got their welcome to the league.
And Newcastle just played well, played simple. You know, some of their new signings did show their worth. You know, Trippier had a good game. Gimenez played well, and you know they played a solid performance. Excited to see what Newcastle has to offer.
My pick for surprise team at the season, by the way.
Yeah.
See what they
and Tottenham did what we expected Tottenham to do against Southampton. You know, Harry Kane still didn't necessarily get off to a running start.
This guy always does this though. Harry Kane never, for the last 3-4 years, Harry Kane doesn't score until like September.
Well,
yeah, so I'm not surprised. And quick plug, go join our fantasy league. But this is why I never even have Harry Kane in contention for in my team.
Well, the reason why I didn't have Harry Kane is because
a slow start.
The reason why I didn't have Harry Kane is because, and I'm going to make a segue to this game.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland, bro. That was the last game of the weekend. You know, that was the last game of the weekend, and it was so good. Haaland was so good. Manchester City can be better. Manchester City
will be better.
Manchester City weren't amazing.
Yeah.
You know, West Ham frustrated him for a lot of it. But Haaland just does what Haaland does. He's 6'4" and he's big and strong and he's so fast.
Bro, wait, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep my prediction. This is the season that assist record will be broken. In terms of analysing the game, I feel like Man City wing play was poor. Grealish and Foden wasn't great down the wing. Yeah. But then we have De Bruyne in your midfield, bro, and you have a deadly striker.
De Bruyne did not start very well either.
Not at all. But then when you have him, bro, he's going to give you that 1 or 2 balls. Yep. You know, he attempted the first one, and I think Gundogan got on the end of it and just missed hurling feet by just a bit. And then the second ball to Erling Haaland, bro. What a ball. No. And you're going to get at least 1 or 2 of those for the game. And you know, Haaland does what Haaland does. Yep. 2 games in his Premier League debut.
What a confident penalty run.
No doubt. He's such a good penalty taker. And this solves.
Man City has a penalty kicker now.
It solves Man City's problem.
Yeah.
Man City is so poor, has been so poor at penalties for the last couple of years.
They've had so many kickers.
Yeah, bro.
But I think Haaland is the penalty kicker.
Right. For sure.
Point blank and period.
And you know, I see people are questioning Erling Haaland, bro. Like, is he going to flop?
There are a few of our subscribers that assume that they are subscribers who commented on a few of our videos saying Haaland will
going to flop
do very well. And what indication do we have that Haaland will not do well? Haaland's goal to game ratio is better than Ronaldo and Messi, who are the two greatest players of our generation. And it's not even slightly better. It's so good. You know, Haaland has played 22 games for Norway and has scored 23 goals. That's just international. Haaland's going to score goals in Premier League.
And I think his form and his performances and his ability will translate well to the Premier League. You think about how some players play, bro. Haaland is very strong. Haaland is very quick. He's tall, so he will get his head on ball. His running, his runs that he makes.
He has a very good first touch. The only thing that I see Haaland is at a deficit is, I would say, Haaland is not going to necessarily be skillful and like beat 3 men and get his own goal, like Cristiano Aguero have the ability to do. And even Arsenal with Gabriel Jesus, he can do something like that. But Haaland will not need to do that.
They don't. That's not how City play. Yeah, and they're not trying to play like that. They just need a target man. You need to make 15 runs for the game. You'll get 3 clear chances. You need to score a goal or 2. I feel like that's what Pepper tell Haaland right now.
And what might be the second or the first biggest shocking result of the week, depending on who you ask.
I love it. Tell them, bro.
Manchester United versus Brighton. Manchester United went out on the field and did as Manchester United do.
All in, by the way. I have to say that.
I mean, Ten Hag in.
Right, why not?
Ten Hag in.
But it's going to get better.
What was Ten Hag? I guess the controversy with Ronaldo, so he was forced not to start Ronaldo, starting Eriksen up top. Trying something, it didn't work.
Didn't work at all. And Eriksen is not the player to have doing the fast 9 work.
And Ronaldo came on, he did look good.
Ronaldo.
Eriksen dropped back in midfield, and I do think Eriksen is an upgrade on anybody you have in that 8th position. So what Man U needs is to start out your 6th position and to start out your mental woes.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what is going on at Manchester United. You have Varane on the bench.
Well, they did
Maguire Bridging.
They did buy the Lissandra kid.
Better drop Maguire Bridging.
Play Varane and Lissandra.
Yeah, bro. Play Varane. You have Varane play bench and Maguire on the field. And Maguire just put in a Maguire performance again. Like he was so poor. Bro, Manchester United, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining.
Every second.
I like it and I want to see more of this from Manchester United. Good start. Man U, I really love it. Yeah, 10 again. And Ole. Matter of fact, get all of them, bro. Get back all of them. You know, want back Ragnick, want all of them.
Louis Van Gaal,
want
back
Moyes, all just come. And all of them just make a start him. Yeah, who want to run this thing.
And then to round out the fixtures, we did see Leicester and Brentford get off to a 2-2 result. You know, those are 2 teams that I think will be in the similar league. I don't think Leicester will be as good as they were last year. I think Brentford will be in a similar spot. A lot of people are saying Brentford will go down this year. You know, the Premier League has gotten better than them. But I do think they're well coached, and I do think they have a cohesive unit of guys who will fight to stay in a lower mid-table team.
Yeah, this was a fair result for both teams. I feel like these 2 teams are at similar spots right now.
Exactly.
Where Leicester didn't make any signings this season. Lost their captain and keeper.
Yeah.
Interest in one of their defenders, 2 of their midfielders. Leicester seem to be in a bit of transfer problems right now.
Shocking move by Schmeichel, I must say.
I didn't expect that. I expected him to retire at Leicester.
Yeah, I did.
But that happened.
Yeah, the money, you know.
It's all about the money sometimes. And then Brentford is just a good Premier League team at this point. Should be
a well-coached Premier League team.
Yeah, so I'm not expecting them to. I'm not expecting them to.
And of course, Ivan Toney getting off the mark early. So let's see what he has to offer this season. And then Chelsea, bad performance, managing to eke out a result.
Poor.
I said that Chelsea would finish before Tottenham. Are they going to prove me wrong?
Yes, I think they're going to prove me wrong. I don't think Chelsea is good enough to.
And then the last fixture that we haven't spoken about was Leeds versus Wolves. I didn't get to watch this fixture because it was going on at the same time as other bigger fixtures. You know, I would say a shocking result. However, I do think Leeds are a team that will be making.
Leeds had a poor season last year. They lost their best midfielder in Phillips.
Yeah. Rafinha.
They lost Rafinha, so I'm not expecting much of this season, to be honest. But let's see if Leeds can prove me wrong. If I was to make a prediction, I feel like Leeds will probably be in the 16th spot. You know, just escaping relegation.
I actually believe that Leeds will be relegated.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So them coming off a win of their first game against Wolves, who I do believe is a solid mid-table team. It's a good win for Leeds.
Yeah.
You know, you expect better from
I
Wolves.
agree. And yeah, Wolves should be better this season. Hopefully they don't lose I say Arsenal interested in a couple of their players, Manchester United interested in a couple of their players. So hopefully they can keep their players and perform well. I like Wolves as a team. I like to watch Wolves. I like their football.
I thought that they would be a team that would do better than expected, but maybe not.
Maybe not. But yeah, bro, we this. Yeah. Premier League is back and we're
10 games, bro. And I think we went through those 10 games very well, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are we good at this or what?
This is just what we do. This is just what we do and we love it. So, yeah, people, we're not going to drag it out too long. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. Join our Fantasy Premier League mini league. The code is on the screen.
There's nothing mini about our league.
Nothing at all. We need to get it to 100.
We league big.
100 players.
Yes, sir.
We need to get to 100 managers. Prize and surprise at the end of the season if we get there.
And even so, every single week, our manager of the week will get an invite to come on to This or That Sports TV's Fantasy Premier League show. That's going to be one of the biggest Fantasy Premier League shows in the world.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I can see it, bro.
15,000 people play fantasy in Jamaica. So all 15,000 people if you watch our league.
Yeah.
Because them can get ideas, them can just talk about fantasy. People love have mutuality, people love have something in common. And fantasy football is something that we have in common with a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
So, share the league, join the league, share the league, share this video, and stay tuned with us because we'll be breaking down these Premier League games, Interact with us in the comment section, people.
Yeah, love it. We that, bro. Give them a match real quick and I can leave them, man.
If each one of you guys can watch this video and get us 5 subscribers. Do you know how many subscribers that would get us by the end of the day? You know how many people that would lead to come in our fantasy league?
For real.
Good amount.
No. But yeah, people, this was This or That Sports TV.
And we're out.